This week's episode of Dance with Devils reveals who the parent of Ritsuka is. Her mother was a human called Maria, and her father was Makis. Yes, the demon lord Makis that was defeated by Rem's father and sealed away. And it's where it gets interesting because it sounds like, from what I understand on Ure, Mage, and Shiki, that he's no longer sealed away, that he's somewhere in this world. And I wonder how will he react when he is hopefully reunited with his daughter Ritsuka, because he was overjoyed according to what Jeek told when he told the story about getting a daughter. I wonder if he was overjoyed because it meant that he could get more power, or if he actually had, feelings like human feelings for his daughter, so he would be overjoyed when he hopefully in this series is getting reunited with her, or if he's just going to use her to further his own power. That is really interesting. Another thing that is interesting is that Jeek, you remember the vampire that always covers his eyes, he's actually a dhampir from what I can understand, because he shows up at the school where Ritsuka goes to without his mask on. And okay, he looks interesting, I must say. He looks really interesting. So yeah, he looks interesting, as I already said. And he can walk in the light. And he managed to convince Ritsuka to come to the vampire's base because they have her mother, and as he says, they don't tell lies. And she has been shown to her mother and told the story. And we also get revealed that Nesta, he's not only the master of the vampires, he's the king. And he can take the power away from Ritsuka under the grimoire, and then she can return to being a normal human. However, as we know, if the power is removed, she will die. So the question is they lying about her dying from getting her power extracted, or is that correct? Because that's gonna get a really interesting dilemma, especially now that Rem finally has realized that his feelings for Ritsuka is true, and that he wants the person Ritsuka. He don't want the grimoire, which he wasn't ready when Mage, Ure, and Shiki actually asked him to admit. But at the end of this episode, he finally admits it to himself that he wants her, that he wants Ritsuka. So that's going to be interesting. Another thing that's interesting is that what's he called? Kerberos, he shows up, and as we know, he is working for Makis. So that's going to be interesting. That's like a three-way, isn't it? The devils that like Arlon, or the current demon ruler. Then there is Makis, the previous demon ruler, which has only Kerberos, and then we have the vampires. Who is gonna be victorious? As a personally, I think, at least I hope it's gonna end this way, because they have pretty much hinted it that it's Ritsuka and Rem, and I would actually like that. I would really like that instead of just being, oh, I can't decide, because that would really piss me off. It's just ending, like, oh, I cannot decide who I'm gonna date, because we know Ritsuka, she has long been having feelings for Rem, and Rem has finally now admitted, as I have said, that he has feelings for her. So I hope that those two gets together. So yeah, and what's her name again? Asuna, I hope she gets revived or something. But when all that is said and done, have a good day, good night, wherever you are, and I'll see you later, guys. Cheers.